If you want to learn more in how to integrate these speed sessions and push sessions, push racing and push training into your training so you can PR almost every race that you go out and do. Hey, Push Run Nation, peace. Dr. Dave here. Starting out again October 1st, I was 211. 2 weeks later, I chopped off 7 minutes down to 204. And for this race, going 157.5, ended up taking another 6.5 minutes off. So 10 minutes mile pace down to 9-minute mile pace within a month. I focused that goal in my mind and what I wanted my race strategy to be, going sub 2, working my way down over the next 2.5 months down to 8:30 pace, which is my target pace for the Houston Marathon. And I'm right on target for doing that. My key training protocols that I'm doing, if you've been watching the channel, on my speed training, not just doing the long runs, but by specific go push zone training where on the track, I'm pushing a 30-minute warm-up at about 1.5 to 2 minutes lower than marathon pace, doing my intervals, whatever that's going to be, whether Pacific 800 or 1,000 meter intervals or fartlek training, or progression run training on the track, and then finishing that with 30-minute cool down, same pace I did the warm-up, 1.5 minutes usually over my marathon pace. And then depending on what type of intervals I'm doing, if I'm doing 400, 800, or 1,000 meter intervals, they're usually going to be at VO2 max pace, which is 15 to 30 seconds lower than my current 5K pace. Other than that, I'm probably going 5K pace to 30 seconds over 5K pace. So those are the integral training protocols I've been using since mid-September when I started my Houston Marathon training. And I believe that's really what has me being able to push more towards the last third of my half marathon yesterday. So the key to that on the push zone training or push zone racing protocol is you figure out what you want your first mile to be, your first 2 to 3 minutes up to 8 minutes. And that's usually going to be just getting you into gear, getting your mindset in, getting your body into the race strategy, get your mind thinking, okay, this is what we're going to do today. After that first mile, so from mile 2 to 5, then we're going into that first block of running zones or pacing. Then our middle phase is really going to be our push mile. Of 5 to 9 miles, we're going to push it up a little bit faster, about 15 seconds per mile, and then miles 9 through 12 on the half marathon, we're dropping another 15 seconds, and then figure out the last mile, or 1.1 mile, or 1.5 miles if you want to round it up, going to the well, pushing the pace, progressively speeding up to what you can do to be able to finish the race strong. So when you cross that finish line, go a little bit out of that finish line area, and you should have spent yourself so much energy-wise that you're hunched over, gasping for breath, or falling to the ground literally. You've seen it on the pro runners for the major marathons. If you've watched D1 cross-country races on YouTube videos, you've seen all the cross-country runners literally finish and absolutely collapse and pass out, because they have literally gone to the well, spent every single ounce of energy in their body, because not only are they thinking running for themselves, but running for their team. So you need to take their team mentality and make it your own mentality for how you want to push yourself in your races, whether that is 5K, 10K, 10-miler, half marathon, or full marathon. So I put that into my race strategy for yesterday. I nailed it for what I wanted to do. This week, going into week 7 of 16 for Houston Marathon training, put more of the training protocols I mentioned into play. Follow along in the video if you want to learn more in how to integrate these speed sessions and push sessions, push racing and push training into your training so you can PR almost every race that you go out and do. This is Dr. Dave for Push the Run Nation, coming to you from the world famous #1 island vacation hotspot in continental United States, voted 2 weeks ago by Condé Nast magazine. Peace.